What is up, my dreamers? This is so strange seeing this on a laptop right now. I'm expecting to have thousands of comments at any moment coming in. To be honest, I'm doing live because my phone storage is gone. It's fucked up. So let's just do a song. I would have given you all. This is like the greatest studio in the world. Killer Bible, what's up? Yeah, this is weird actually having people talk to me while I'm trying to do a channel. Listen, I got the cowboy under check tonight. Only had a couple of blue mountains, my dreamers. But you know, every sip I have, the cowboy starts to fucking creep out like a gremlin. Was it like when they got wet or something? Gizmo got all fucking evil. See? Yeah. Hey, dude. What the fuck? My dreamers. Hey, this is the XRP cowboy. Hey, this is Billy. This is going to be a shitstorm here, man. I don't even know what the fuck to do. I never run out of words, you know? Alexa, play Beautiful Loser.
Beautiful Loser.
That's how I've been feeling lately, guys.
Amazon Music.
All this is going well, but this little thing here isn't. It's a killer.
He wants to dream like a young man with the wisdom of an old man. He wants his home and security. He wants to live like a sailor at sea. Beautiful loser, when you gonna fall? When you realize you just can't have it all. Just can't have it. He wants your oldest and your best friend. If you need him, he'll be there again. He's always willing to be second best. A perfect logic, a perfect guest. Beautiful loser.
Whatever. Alexa, play classical music. Make sure the cowboy doesn't bully Bill. I'm still reading this shit. Hey, love you, love you, love you. I can't see the words. Frieza, I wish you guys could talk, you know? Don't ever change. Hey, man, all I want to do is get a little healthier, you know? That's it. You know, I want to talk about pushing some blocks today, but, you know, it's a lot easier when, you know, you're not reading comments because people have important things to say. And I'm actually thinking about on my channel is getting some of my viewers' phone numbers and calling them on the cell phone on speakerphone and doing this live stream type thing. And I think what'll be really fun is when we get some of these fucking idiots that are all about fucking, you know, Bitcoin maximalists. I can't say it, but, you know, bashing XRP. See, I owned a little Bitcoin, but nothing significant. I owned some back in 2017. That's when I got into the space. But the cowboy would love to fuck with somebody on the phone. I'd love for somebody to say, you're a fucking idiot, you know, so I could maybe like give my opinion, how I feel about them, you know, in a fun kind of way though, you know, I always want to, you know, it's just, I remember Jungle Inc. said to me something about I try not to, you know, talk, what is that on my face? Oh, it's the light. I was like, what's happening? Am I bleeding out of my nose? Am I dying right now? I'm on live stream. But he said, he was like, you have this duality about you. And I never looked at it that way. I always kind of looked at it like if you're driving a fucking car, right? And somebody cuts you off because they're using that little arrow on their mirror to cut over. They don't realize it's still too close for comfort, especially when you got kids in your car. And you're like, I want to fucking just plow through them, right? And you get up next to them and it's some little old lady that waves to you and you're like, oh, no big deal. That's Billy, right? The cowboy's like, I'm fucking putting you in the ditch, bitch, right? You're going to fucking be sleeping with the fishes. So it's like, that's kind of, what I've been doing. And I feel like we all have that, we're many pieces of a pie, we're not just one slice and, and every piece is different, right? And it's tough, but I want to believe it's all positive. And it's kind of absurd to think that the anger or the aggression, the bullshit, the cowboy fucking talks is coming from a good place, but it is. I don't know. You heard about the thanks for the agreeing. It's funny to me. I really do. I think we all have different thoughts. And I said this in a group chat today. I have different beliefs. I have a lot of theories on God and life, and they conflict, right? But so I see stuff like this, the ledger going down, and I know it's probably someone would say that this theory is impossible, but I really do, in a lot of ways, feel like these fucking assholes at the banks that control the money, control the world. I believe being a Democrat or a Republican, and this is going to offend people, were two things created to make us feel like we had a choice, like we did something. This is what we wanted. But then you've got Republicans that seem more Democratic. And then you've got Democrats that seem more Republicans. And I'm not bashing anybody's president here, but I'm saying I own two businesses, well, three, but two. And I've been, they're not, since the new administration, I haven't gotten any kind of stimulus. And I thought we'd get more for our businesses. And it's not that I need it, but, every time there's a new, beer flu transformation, the salons I have, they get really slow, and it's like, fuck, we were just doing so fucking good, It's just, I don't know. I believe they control all this shit. And I believe they control the SEC for sure. That's like a fucking tick on a dog's back compared to the money, right? So everything that happens, Billy's going to say, he's going to read Google, the news, watch you say, this is what's happening. And then the cowboy snatches him up and wants to put his head, there's a washer machine in front of me right now, and just slam and say, use your brain, think, right? So when I see something like this breakdown of the XRP ledger, where it's bottled fucking necked, I have to question everything. And I think it's responsible to do so, especially when you're investing your life in something, right? They're trying to take away from us, It's all I've witnessed my whole life is the banks and everything. They're always taken, save money. Why do they push that? They're not saving money. They're investing our money, 90% of it, but then you're loaning them money every week to fucking invest. But then when you want to get a loan for overdraft protection, when you're a struggling small business for a couple $1,000, fuck you, How's this world working out so far? The problem is if you get enough money, it's leverage and you have a voice. That is the biggest concern. Our country will save us from other countries, but will they save us from them? As long as they can make Billy do this, but the cowboy's going to fucking cut the cord. He's going to be free. I don't know where this is going, guys, but I wanted to talk about family pushing blocks. But I did want to talk about this. Why do I think it could have been something? And, everybody's, it's very clear what happened, but it's perfect timing for the SEC. You thought I'd say Ripple. because they want out of this thing. They need a reason. This could be the reason they say, oh yeah, it is decentralized now. In Ripple, the timing's perfect for Ripple as well. Maybe this was created by them, right? And I know there's a lot of reasons why that's impossible, but I don't put anything past any of these motherfuckers, you know? Cowboy Cuts the Pup is killer Bible stories. Just that name. I'm smoking and drinking, and I'm like, what are you doing? Go to church. I'll tell you, the last time I quit smoking, this is real truth. I was going to church on Sundays. They sang cool music. I used to, when I was like 18, 22, I used to go to a non-denominational church. It was like 4 nights a week with this Italian girl, you know, and it was weird. They didn't want you to wear makeup, go to movies or any of this shit, right? Separate yourself from the way they spoke in tongues. And it was extremely believable. I mean, there was no bullshit. There was like 50 people in this room, you know? The church was like as big as my garage. It was crazy shit, guys. Let me see this stuff. Hey, dude, love you, man. Love. Agree 100%. I can't believe anyone's even tuned in. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. You know, I don't know, I can't tell you how many times I said I'm done with this stuff, but then, you know, you have something to say and there's no one around after 10 to talk to. I mean, a lot of whining on Twitter today about the XRP ledger. And, you know, my thing is I'm going to fucking whine in my garage when there's no one around to hear me and drink a beer, okay? That's what a man does, okay? Well, you should probably talk to your wife, tell her what's on your mind, you know, and you know, put your problems on somebody else. That's what Billy's saying. Why don't you take your problems and give them to someone else? Because they're not bad enough. She's depending on you. Why don't you make her stress out too? I'm not gonna let him do that, you know? People have this bad habit of, after I say this, tomorrow will be like, the sun will be a little brighter, the air will be a little cleaner, the beer will be a little colder, right? People, I got frozen for a minute. Motherfuckers love to put their problems on you. Pay attention tomorrow when people are coming at you, and think they just want to put their problems on you, and then they're putting them on 10 other people like a fucking, I can't say it, but you know, like I don't know, because they blocked my video because I said something that was fucking true. But yeah, that's even the yeah, I will. I agree, dude. Those are beautiful words. Sorry, I'm saying the name wrong. Fraza. You know, I'm not going to be an enemy of myself, you know? I mean, it's awareness, right? You know, everything, you know, if we look at ourselves, and even when I say ourselves, I'm talking about our thoughts, well, and we recognize them for what they are, and we try to find the truth on why we're feeling that way or why we're thinking that way, beautiful things start happening, not just for us, for the people around us, you know? Hey, what's up, John? Never get it, Billy. Never get it. Never give it up. Oh, no, fuck no, John. I'm like, I know I don't get a lot of things. I just made a video about how all my theories and my intuition comes, it's like closing my eyes and fucking throwing darts at a dartboard. But isn't that kind of how it feels at times? You know? Man. Troy, better. Hey, Troy. Australia? Why are you going to listen to some fucking American guy right now? Do you come from a land down under where women blow and men get, well, whatever. It's a great song, right? I'd love to go to Australia. I have a good friend who I used to cut his hair. He worked for Ford, and he's in Australia right now. I think he's Sydney, but they all moved back there. But really, really great dude. good looking guy, you know, beautiful wife, beautiful children, world by the ass, really. And he sees things clearly, you know. So anyways, you know, this whole thing with this happening is beautiful. If you listen to John Deaton, and that's when I was like, wait a minute here, maybe there's more to this. This benefits Ripple because it shows it's not centralized, which we know, but it's in a huge, it's right in front of everybody at the perfect time. But it also benefits the SEC. You know, I cannot believe this suit would be here if the money wasn't behind it. I mean, we're invested in the man, the knight. If you listen to Brad Garlinghouse, the banks. You know, I have often talked about how everyone's saying it's replacing Swift. Well, it could replace it, but it could partner with it. You know, I mean, the banks own Swift. They're partnered with, you know, why would they be partnered with Ripple? I mean, it just doesn't make sense. They weren't going to buy MoneyGram. They wanted to partner because they don't want to compete with them. You know, they don't want to compete with others. They want everybody to adopt. It's the bigger picture. There'd be no Ripple if XRP were to fail. It's always been about XRP, you know, and it's just kind of ridiculous to think that a regulation agency like the SEC is more powerful than the man. And I wouldn't be so surprised if when Jay Clayton dropped this thing on us, fucking Jay Clownton, that it was like it was either a last order from his boss, from the president, or something he was doing supporting the banks, and he wouldn't do because his boss wouldn't allow him until he was ready to leave office. And ultimately, for me, regulative clarity is an interesting thing. Now, they want to say that XRP, the current sales aren't a security, right, guys? And I'll look at some comments in a minute. But I have this theory. It's not that at all. It's like Brad Garlinghouse says, 99% of all the, I don't trust that motherfucker either, okay? See, that's what gets in my head with listening to this cowboy. Because people, we got to trust the people we're invested in, right? Well, ultimately, like, maybe this is clarity for the space, and that's going to fucking hurt a lot of projects because it's going to put these exchanges in a position to where they know if they have them listed, they're fucked. And that's how, here's the thing. How do you reach 1 million people, guys? Well, it's simple. You make them come to you. You can't go after everybody. If that's the case, it's just a money grab with the SEC. But I think they're trying to reach 1 million people, 10,000 projects by simply they want this clarity. So all the liquidity floods into the utility coins. And the way to do it is to get them delisted from exchanges because the exchanges are at risk, right? And that would be a flood of fucking money. I mean, being the first one through the fucking wall always gets bloody. Now, we're not the first SEC lawsuit with a crypto, but we're the biggest one. So it's just something to think about. And even if I'm wrong about the ledger, which Billy's going to say he's wrong, if you golf, you understand. We don't play in pictures. As long as you can hit a ball into the woods, knock it out, have a bad chip, 2 bad chips, and chip it in, you're gonna have fucking par. That's what it's about. It's not how you got there. It's where we end up, and that's how I see this bottleneck with the XRP ledger. It's gonna end up. We're gonna end up with par, right? Let me see. Hey, Billy. My nano, I'm confused over the Sologenic trust bridge. Okay, John, listen, I have my XRP on exchanges and I'm getting fucked on this airdrop. Okay, I wanted to get it. The price wasn't like $5 or something yesterday. And I'm kicking myself because I'm afraid of myself. We were talking about that earlier with, with your ledgers and all that stuff. I'm afraid I'll fuck up somehow and lose everything. So I do know this. I saw a video on it on YouTube, and it was really simple. I think if you YouTube that, and I'm sorry, I'm just so bad with any kind of tech. That's why you don't see these videos edited all beautifully or anything, you know, but I do know there's a lot of information out there. It was Crypto Bags, I believe it was, made a video about it. Super simple. And I hope that helps. But I hope you get it. You know, God knows we deserve this money. I still haven't gotten my bird or anything. Give me my bird. Give my bird to me, motherfucker, right? Let me see. I saw Garlinghouse and Schwartz. I thought these are my guys. I was looking for them and found them. The writing's always been on the writing's always been on the wall, but I'm willing to question it. Down to what if we were wrong? Hey, I'll tell you what. I question it too. But you know, that's where we go back to all those non-disclosures. I mean, no one's talking about it. And you know, we were the ones, and it may not have been, you may not have been there then, but we're all connected, right? We're all fucking, we're our own fucking chain, right? To the beginning. In the beginning with OpenCoin and all that shit. Now I'll argue that XRP was here before Bitcoin, even though the timestamp doesn't say that. But David Schwartz was here. I think it was 88, 87. He was creating crypto, right? And ultimately, you know, I just wonder if you know, I've read in a couple places that the first Bitcoin address was the NSA. I wouldn't quote me on that, but David Schwartz worked there, and I believe he worked there at the time. And you know, I've been saying he's Satoshi for a long time. Now you got like some of these big YouTubers saying the same shit, but that it's possible. But you know, the thing is I believe if there was a separate entity of Satoshi, we would know who he is, or the governments would figure out who this motherfucker is, which makes me think it was a government project. And I know that kills all these Bitcoin guys, you know, because I was in it for the same reasons. Libertarian, you know, down with the banks. But what's interesting about that is, you know, we saw in The Economist, I think it was 1988 or 87, how they were talking about a digital dollar and all that stuff. But that was all in the wheelhouse of Dave Schwartz. But and I would argue that maybe Jed McCaleb, his logo was taken from that Phoenix. And I read a big thing on why they came up with it and everything. It had to do with money and all this stuff. But like I said, I question everything, you know. But I will say, I think because it's so secretive, I mean, honestly, why isn't Elon Musk talking about it? His partner at, you know, what was it, PayPal at the time invested in Ripple, you know, but point is we were the people that, you know, put liquidity into XRP back then. So they had money to create Ripple. So keeping us in the dark kind of pisses me off. But, you know, Elon Musk clearly knows about XRP, and he implies things all the time on what the perfect crypto would be. And he's describing XRP. I think he said stuff about validators and energy efficiency and all kinds of other things. And to act like he doesn't know, and they used a Tesla in one of their commercials, Ripple, I played a video of that, is just kind of, it's ridiculous to me. So he knows. And I think it's all time. Everybody's trying to plan. I've said too, if you haven't seen it, I think when we get our Spark tokens, and, you know, if the lawsuit isn't over, it's an indication that is about to be over, because Ripple funded that project. And I'm sure you know it, but if you don't, there's a lot of newbies, you know. I think they want to, you know, launch it together with Clarity. You know, they want to hold hands to the fucking end, you know. Let me see. I'm just waiting. I've been waiting for you guys. I've owned this since fucking the end of 17. And I remember I bought it for like $1, and I bought more at like $1.50, thinking I was thinking it could go to $10,000 like Bitcoin did. I didn't even factor in the market cap, because Bitcoin was so explosive, you know, and I wasn't an investor then. So it's like kills me, you know, how many times, you know, I'm not, you know, people talk about SHIB, and that's a coin flip. To me, it's a bet or a trade. You know, I trade everything, you know, but it kills me. I'll see people. We were out to dinner, me and my wife, with these friends, and I got this guy in XRP at like 27 cents. and they made a lot of money. And then him and his wife were bragging to me how they bought sheep at like, whatever it is, a 6,000th of a cent or something. I don't know, but it was, they're down right now, whatever that is. And what kills me is if that tanks, that's going to be correlated with me. Like I said to buy that, like it's all the same thing. And I would never, ever tell somebody to bet on something speculative unless it was 1 or 2% and they're just willing to lose it, right? Because I do that all the time. Why wouldn't you, But I'll say this. I was talking with another one of my buddies in this chat. And, I actually, with what you were saying about, let me see, I want to make sure I say read this correctly. Troy, what if we're wrong? I bought Stellar as a hedge because, I thought, what if Jeb would he always seems to be invincible, like he's bulletproof, right? And never seems to get in trouble for anything he's involved in. And he was a big part of the development of XRP. He created the validators, and which was brilliant, the mining it all at the beginning. So it's deflationary from day one, not inflationary like fucking Bitcoin. And I'm saying some stuff you guys have heard, but if you're new, if somebody hears this tomorrow, Bitcoin is inflationary. And it's by definition, every day we have more. Now I get it, the supply is being taken, but when they mine the last Bitcoin, I'll probably be long fucking gone, okay? But XRP every day, at least 5,000. I read something that, was a while back, how the average burn was 5,000. It's probably a lot higher now. And once we start, once all these big institutions have to buy this lawsuit, it has to do one thing, and that's rocket. We're not talking about thousands of dollars, millions of dollars. I wouldn't be surprised if billions were bought instantly after this lawsuit. And there's this thing called the Shane Ellis theory. It's floating around on YouTube. It's very over my head, but it just shows how easy XRP could go to $300 pretty much, with very minimal liquidity put into it. And remember, guys, market cap. If you don't know market cap, I can explain it to you how it works. But if you have $1 trillion market cap, it doesn't mean $1 trillion was pushed into it. Let me see. I agree with that totally, Troy. He does learn. He takes it, but Ripple is a machine, and they have the right people in the right places. It's weird. I can't remember this. What I thought was interesting was Jay Clayton's current company. What is it called now? Well, who he's working for. They bought what was the old cable company? But it was the one that Brad Garlinghouse was with. And it makes me think, is there something going on with crypto and cable lines or something? I don't know. I didn't put it together great, but it was what was that old one? It was not AOL, but something like that, But it was weird that they purchased that garbage company, But it makes me wonder why, right? What are the odds of Jay Clayton's company he's with buying a company that Brad Garlinghouse ran? I mean, Dill, what's up? No, not at all. Dill, I'm not worried about it at all. I mean, I really think if we were in the middle, Bitcoin, I don't believe Bitcoin can be, and I could be wrong. I know we saw flash crash to 8,000, but I don't think Bitcoin can hold below 30K for more than a day at this point with all the institutional money. I mean, they've got all these investors invested in it, and at the end of a quarter, they're not going to say, hey, we just lost half of your money. So now I think they're activated, which means the bear market, I could see it being 50, 60% down. And my theory is this, even if that were happening, XRP is still going to rocket and soar way past all-time highs. I would say the difference would be maybe if it was a bull run. Let's just say this just not an. I can't do the math on where it could go, but let's just say in a bull market, XRP ran to, let's go crazy, $50, $100, $12, whatever. In a bear market, I just think we're going to see, instead of $100, $70, instead of $10, $8. In fact, I think everything's going to be timed so perfectly. I do technical stuff with the charts, but I know people say things aren't different, but they are different. We've got like institutions in this space now, and there's a certain degree of protectionism. You cannot tell your client, hey, it's going to be 4 years before you recover your money, but then you're going to make a lot. You get fired, right? So I'm not worried. I'm excited. I think everything's going to come to a head at a certain point, and things could crash, but it's at that bottom when we'll see the real utility coins. Maybe after this, this lawsuit clarity creates this crash. Maybe Tether, it's a 1-2 punch. Tether, clarity, and all that liquidity needs to flood somewhere. They're going to go to XRP. It could be beautiful, the perfect storm, really. But if it does drop, I'm buying it. Not at all, Dill. Not anymore. I used to be 4-year cycle. Yep. Yep. And when that crash happens, I believe all these shit coins will just disintegrate. They'll never come back from it. You'll never hear about them again. Like all the money will be in the big projects. Ethereum will get a dent. And I think if they can sue Ethereum, they're going to. They have to at this point because all the noise we've made. But there could be a statute of limitations. I made a video about that. But John Deaton seems to think it's still live, and he's an attorney. I'm a hairdresser, so place your bets, right? Cowboy's going to say I'm fucking intuitive. Fuck that shit. Fuck John Deaton. But Billy's going to say he's helping us, okay? He's great. I would sign up for the lawsuit too. I was hesitant, but he's great. He's doing great things for us. When it's our time. I hope I'm right too. But to finish that thing, I ended up buying a bunch of XLM to kind of, just in case I was wrong. I had 50-50 from a dollar amount, but then I ended up liquidating to buy XRP. Then I bought more. So now I probably have 4% XLM. And it would be, in case, but I really do think there's enough room, and I do think they're working together. And I think it's weird that Jeb hasn't sold any. That's a beautiful indicator. Why hasn't he? It could only be one reason, right? I mean, it's too late to be worried about a lawsuit. He's already sold too much, so it's price. Jill invested in my wife because. Pumping. Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, I like everything you got there. I like Vechain a lot, and it's down like 70% right now because it's got real world adoption happening right now, and it can cover so big, so much, from being a coin of the man, tracking things, to your meat you buy at the store. I think they have a Tyson food. It might be in Japan, in China, but they're partnered with Walmart China, and they're expanding over here. They've been filing patents over here, and I think Vechain's good. Casper's a good speculative. NCR has been really good to us, and it's still got a shit tiny market cap, but you got to buy it on MetaMask or BitTrue now, so you don't have to pay the ETH gas fees. So I would get some NCR, not a lot because I already run a lot, but the market cap's still tiny. I mean, it's a micro market cap right now. I stand tall, Dill, honestly. It's funny though. I've been getting shit for 4 fucking years by these assholes, like economic professors, motherfuckers that do this shit for a living. And And now I'm like a hero, right? It's funny how if you're winning, you're a hero, but if it's not there yet, I said that, I remember they were saying it was moon dust crypto and a Ponzi scheme and all this shit. One time my buddy on Facebook said, you're going to have your ass ripped out by Bitcoin, right? And I'm like, this motherfucker, what? And Bitcoin was down a little, so it was like sticking my nose in fucking dog shit when it's down. I wanted to just feed it to him, I should have, right? You guys, it's just time. It's tough. Like, I'm concerned. My big fear is, it's weird. I bought all these alts besides XRP, and I did. My holdings in them are larger than my XRP now. All these random alts, and I keep saying I'm going to pay my house off with them, but and I'm trading them, so it's hard because I always feel that they're going to keep going up, and I know at some point I got to cash. The purpose of those was to pay my house off, and now I've over enough to I could pay the house and the car off with these alts, and that was my definition of being wealth is different than rich. It's greater, but I always say my definition of wealth is to have a house they can't take away, guys. I think what would be worse than making these coins pumping? You could pay your house off with a portion of them, and then you don't, and then the world happens, and it dumps, and then you have to take coins out because you have doctor bills for your kids or insurance payments, and you had it all. You had something that took 30 years for most people to pay off. You did it, because of an investment. Isn't that really winning? My dad worked at Stroh's when we grew up and we lived in Royal Oak, Michigan, and it was in Detroit. They only had like 8 years left in this house, paying it. And when he lost his job, they took it. Housing crash. There were people that only had 5 years left on their mortgage that lost their house to the banks. And a lot of it was illegal foreclosures. Like I lost a house back in, about 10 years ago from this illegal foreclosures. And ultimately, what happened was I won the lawsuit. Well, there was a class action, and I got $1,500 after living in that house for years. What a fucking kick in the face. Where was government? Where was the president? Where was everyone saying, hey, you can't do this? They weren't there. But right now they're sucking everyone's dick because they're pushing a narrative because they've printed money for so fucking long, and now it's going to be our fault because they helped us. And that's how the financial system gets flipped on its back, replaced, right? Yes. I believe it's about time, I believe wealth is being healthier than I am because it gives you more time, right? To enjoy the people that care about. If you don't have someone in your life you care about, you got to find them. Why be here otherwise if you don't have someone you love, right? And I think money does that. We're buying ourselves time to maybe not have to work overtime, right? Or maybe quit a job, maybe do a job that pays less that you love, I'd probably work on a golf course right now as a ranger because I love to golf. If XRP does what I want it to. You guys don't understand this, but I position myself for when XRP goes to all-time highs, not $12, but over the past 4 years, that would be my life. It just has to go to $4, but I won't be selling at $4 because the narrative's changed. And I have all these alts that I can cash out. And we have Flare. We have Songbird if they ever want to fucking give us our fucking bird, right?
You're perfect to me, everything I wanna be. I ain't playing what I'm saying. When I got what I got, I don't miss what I had. The old me before me, you belongs to the past, girl, I know. When I got what I got, girl, I know. She said, baby, have you ever missed being alone? I said, hell no, I know you're perfect to me. Everything I want to be.
You know, I mean, fuck. Wealth having the time equals having the time to enjoy the riches. And what is that? What is the riches, right? I know what it is for me. And I'm going to talk about the purpose of this video. You guys, it's all about pushing blocks. And please, please don't, you know, I know Dill, you know, and a lot of you guys, John, Troy, loving you. You guys follow me, you've heard this shit before, but you know, there's going to be someone that listens to this, you know, that doesn't get it. But life is about pushing blocks. And what are those fucking blocks, right? I was going to do this for my stylists at work, but they're so young, I don't think, they probably think I was fucking nuts, right? And I was going to just get a bunch of rocks, give them 10 rocks each and have them write something important in their life. Like maybe a car, maybe their boyfriend, maybe their kids, maybe savings, maybe their job, you know, their career. And the idea was going to be like, this was the greatest Christmas present they ever had. But they'd be like, Billy, you're being cheap, man. Maybe if I put a $50 bill under every rock, they would like it, right? And I'm not bashing them. I'm just saying the intellect may not be there for this. And maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the one that needs help, right? Everybody's got their own thing. But these rocks would state things of importance. And it'd be simple. Just set them on your kitchen table for a month. And, you know, what you're going to do is these are the things you're going to see that are important to you every day of your life for a month. And what I want you to do is try to move every block every day and see where you are after a month. And you're going to see these people say, oh, kids, I got to move that block. What's that mean? Maybe I'm not going to be in the garage working all day and night. And my kids say, I don't see you, Dad. You know, you're here, but you're not available. And they tell me that. And so maybe I'm going to say, hey, Rem, let's throw the football. My son, every moment with him is like special to me. I don't even feel like I know him. I know him, his character, who he is as a person. But when I listen to him talking to his friends, I'm like, who's that kid? You know, I want that relationship we had when he was this big. Wanted to be with Dad all the time, you know, and so maybe we'll throw the football. That's a block. My daughter, I know what they like. Move that block. I move their blocks a little more because they're always under my feet, wanting my time, and I love it. It makes it easy, right? But then there's the wife, right? I move that block on Saturday night, and I fucking move, and the Cowboy's gonna say sometimes I sneak in there and I fucking move that block, guys, and fucking move it, whether she likes it or not. She knows it's time to pay the fucking piper on Saturday night. But it's Saturday night, you know. I mean, how about you look beautiful tonight, right? When was the last time you said that? I mean, maybe it was a minute ago. Good for you, but maybe say something different that you don't say all the time. Like, just another way of saying it. Sometimes when you change the words, the meanings change a little, right? So you move that block, your work, you move that. I'm moving that block too many times, and my crypto block, it's like 10 steps ahead of everything always. So point is think about these blocks. And if you did a visual thing, it'd be even better. And I'll tell you what, the people in your life that saw their name on a block, they'd appreciate it. And you know what you're going to find? There's some things that are really important to you. They're getting left behind. And when you ignore something, it just disappears, right? Just disappears. Like I said, my son, I love him to death, and he loves me to death. But he's on that fucking Xbox, and I want to fucking smash it into pieces because it takes him away from me. I'm jealous, but I know that's the wrong reason. He doesn't do anything wrong. He's a good kid. So it's tough. And limiting time makes him mad, which is a problem, right? It's like a bad addiction, you know? My dad would just kick me in the fucking ass, you know? Said, tough shit, bitch, you know? You're going to be a good Marine, son. That's what my dad would have said, you know? It's like every fucking thing I did in high school and sports and shit. was like about the Marine Corps, you know, and then I become a hairdresser. How do you think my 5'9", you know, skinny dad, bald headed with a beer belly, how he felt about his son then? You know, fuck. It's life though. He was proud of me at the end though. You know, I worry sometimes though. He died like at 52. He had a Lyme-sized tumor in his ass, and eventually killed him within 10 years. And they told me I should have got tested, 10 years before that. It would 42. I'm 47. I didn't. But then the other day, my son was like, saw a commercial like, Dad, you got to get tested for that because your dad died of that. It's like, I'm 10. I can't not have a dad. And I was like, why the fuck did I wait? What if I could have gotten tested at 42 and it was nothing? Now it's something. I did that to him. The decisions we make today will affect our tomorrow. Push the blocks, right? I gotta probably end this. Wait, let me see this. I'm just hoping one of my exchanges does it. I want to, but I don't trust ledgers, and I don't really like moving my coins around. But I last time I checked, it was over $5, and I was pumping it a while ago on my channel, and I'm the one not fucking doing it. I'm still trying to get my bird, guys, and my Spark, and my Flare Finance. I own the NFT. I bought it. It's Flare Finance, or I think it's Flare Finance. You know, it's pretty cool. And I think I have Flare's Spark Crypto or something. It was available when I bought it. I got it cheap too. Being happy isn't a priority. I'll be happy when I need to. Right now I need to focus on things that make depressed so I can search for more answers in life. Troy, fucking yeah, man. That's serious and deep. World is an ugly place. I need to face it. Eventually I forget the world and be happy, but not yet. I'll tell you what. Billy lives in fucking make-believe land. He's smiling. Hi, guys. You know, hi. But the cowboy, he feels that. I'll tell you, the cowboy spends most of his life in depression. And it's sad because no one sees it. Because you know what they say, the happiest person and the clown is the saddest person in the room, right? And so I'm not, throwing that on you, Troy, but I understand. I can read what you're putting down, man. Be strong. Push. It's okay to be angry too. Just don't take it on the people that don't deserve it, right? Sometimes you do have to remove yourself from the world, because the world, what is it? It's everything surrounding you, right? It's everything you're coming in contact with. And I'll tell you what, some worlds are ugly. I wish I had more answers. I tried to figure it out. But you know what? Sometimes emotionally, everything in the world that can make sense does what you need to do, but you just can't, That's where we're at. That's where we're all at. You ever meet somebody, you fucking hate them for months, and then you got stuck with them for a while, and then you end up thinking they're not a bad person. We're everything. We all have different slices, right? Different toppings on the pizza in each slice, right? And sometimes the people in our life are just fucking rotten pizza, rotten cheese, rotten fucking everything. Our circumstances are the same way. Fucking, you're just trying to pay your bills. You don't need a beautiful car. You just want one that runs. And then you catch up and the car breaks down, right? So bitter. Is that a real thing? Bitter apricot seeds? It helps. So I'm down. I keep saying I'm gonna quit, but I keep coming up with new fucking bullshit. I struggled most of my life, guys. From a child with my parents with their issues business, not knowing anything, being a dumb kid but a visionary. But you know what? I had nothing to lose, so I fucking put it out there, right? Man, you know, Troy, you should have a channel. I love that. If I didn't face the world, I wouldn't know right from left. I would have avoided the outside world and stayed in my room. But a few years went by and I couldn't do it. Mid-20s, and I had to become me. I had to become me. I had to become me.
You with the sad eyes, don't be discouraged. No one realizes it's hard to have courage in a world full of people. You can lose sight of it. I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors. And that's why I love you, so don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful, like your face.
Open that door, Troy. The world's yours. It's what you're going to create it to be. Like a fucking real life fucking metaverse, not in some fantasy land that you can do anything you want. You'll be able to do it here. Hey, you guys, thank you so much. I'm going to end this because it's getting long. No one will watch it, but I hope you guys have a great night, my dreamers. I'm here. Thank you so much for the time. Anything lost can be found except time. It's the most precious thing in the world, so thank you.